Hey tubers, me again. Look what's on my bench. It's an Echo HC2020. And believe it or not, I don't know, a couple weeks ago I was watching a video with these guys and they had the Echo rep on the YouTube channel. And they were doing a giveaway on this saw. And if you left a comment and you were subscribed, I won it. Yes, I did. I won it. So we're going to do an unboxing on this one later on in a different video. But for today, we got this Echo HC2020. It's a hedge trimmer. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably be about a 4. It's seen better days, but we'll see if we can just get it to run. It's missing all these pieces. It's cracked all down through here. It's missing this back safety. Let's see if maybe I've got one of those. Carburetor, it will not pick up a prime. I've got fairly standard rebuild kit. Came in, here's new carburetor. There's a new fuel grommet, pickup lines, the vent tube, spark plug. Very common spark plug. See these a lot. I don't know who WX is. I'll give you an extra grommet, a couple of primers. Standard stuff. And this does match this. Choke on this one is broken. You can still work it with your fingers. No big deal. Here's one it's an aftermarket one that's just been laying around, so I'll see if I can't just take this one out and then put it in there. It does not look like the blades have ever been sharpened, so we're going to go through and do that. Whereas it's missing a bolt right here, so we need to replace that for sure. This little safety tip piece. I see a lot of guys run them without that too, but anyways, we got to tighten this up. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of work and some wellness. A wellness checkup on it to get it back to be at, like, I don't know, at least a 7, if not an 8. Can't do anything about this stuff, unless we just actually go out and order up parts. But for the rest of it, let's see what we can do. Get this baby running, and then we'll do a separate video. We'll do the unboxing, and then we'll do startup on this. So subscribe and get the notification so you'll be able to see. Again, this is going to be on CS4920. Yeah, and we'll take it out and we'll cut some wood. We'll do a little cutting with it. 20-inch bar. Gonna love it. So, all right. Okay, you guys. So on the first section of this video, we're just going to replace these components right here. We're going to replace the carburetor. We're going to replace the fuel grommet. Hold on. Yep, real life, real sneeze. I've already drained the fuel out of the tank here, and then I already noticed one thing is that what do you call it? The grommet is only 2 holes, so there's no actual vent sticking out of there. So we're gonna have to take and pull this, and then run it into the old grommet. Make sure it doesn't leak. So the tools that we're gonna need: needle nose pliers, screwdriver to get the grommet out, a 10mm wrench, and of course your trusty T27. I also have this block of wood that I've had around for a long time, and it just makes it easier for when you're trying to work on stuff, especially hedge trimmers. You can set that down. See how it stays in there, and now I can work on it over here And it's not always rocking and trying to fall back onto the bench, so let's just get at it. Disconnect, shut off over here. Oh, didn't want to come. Didn't want to come. There's two 227s. Loosen up this 10mm. Take this out, take this out, take that out. Here's the cover. Remember how that plate goes, that's very important. Let me lift this up and out. Sometimes they have that little safety wire on there. See if I can just squeak this by. No. We'll lift it up and over. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Almost there. Always happens when you got the camera rolling. Okay. That's disconnected. And we are going to replace all these lines, so we don't really care. Just going to cut them. You guys in the picture? Yep. There's that one. There's that one. That's a see ya. Alright. This is what the screwdriver's for. Just prying out. Whoops. I'm going to pry out this grommet. You can't see with my hand, but there's that. That. This is what we got. This is the part that we want. And then I have found, in all my years of doing this, you guys, is that I usually don't replace this, but you know what? It actually helps to take and spread the rubber out so it makes for a tighter fit. Know what I'm saying? So it increases your chances of not having a leak. So, alright, let's get the new stuff. I'm taking all the new hardware that came in the kit. That's a return. Here's the fuel line that's going to go in. Let's see if we'll get lucky. Okay, that's to go down in the tank. That part goes up to the carburetor. Put a little spit on there. Whoops. A little spit. That to slide in. Yeah, I could take the time and cut that on the bias, but no, I'm not gonna. I want that piece right there, so. Grab a razor blade. I'm just gonna take and make a nice little cut in it, a little slit. See if I can get that piece out of there. There we go. Get that razor out of my hand. Okay. I'm going to put this one right in there. And that's just to make, like I said, I want to make that grommet as fat as I can to get it back in there so it's a nice tight fit. Okay, so there we go. That's fuel dump back into the tank. This is fuel pickup going to the new carburetor. Here's the new carburetor. The Fat Boy, that's going to be fuel pickup. If you're not sure of which one, then that's the fuel return. You can go like this, depress that, put your finger on there, and it'll make it like slow to come up. Or you can actually just take and put your tongue on there. It's brand new. You're not going to get gas on you or nothing, so. We're going to hook up fuel pickup, fuel return. It's just easier to do it like this. A lot of times if you just got to replace the lines, then you don't even, you just leave the carburetor on the machine. Oh, and that's a beauty right there. See that? It's adjustable. So, alright, so now we're going to take and put this on. There's the orientation, the correct orientation of the carburetor. It's like, that's where the throttle cable is going to go. So let's dump this back into the tank. You'll be able to go up there, no problem. Now I'm just going to take and put that grommet in there. Get it started from the part farthest away from you where you can't see. And then now just being a little bit careful, you got to take the screwdriver and push the grommet back into the hole. And then as you can see, I'll zoom in for you. As you can see, obviously, that this thing is actually just lays, while the fuel is up like this, that thing is constantly under the level of the gas. So you want to make sure that that grommet fits really tight. It's got a good seal. All right. I'm going to go back to this. Got our securing screws. Cover plate. I'm just going to take and wipe this off real fast. How's everybody doing out there? Kind of crazy that I won that chainsaw, isn't it? I don't really need anything with a 20-inch bar, but I'll take it. Alright, this piece is already cleared up. That's where it breathes through. You got to make sure that these holes are clean. And it is. There's a gasket that goes right over here. That also came in the kit. We're just running the camera, you guys. We're not even try to do as little editing as possible. Yeah. So I'm looking down on it. It can go two ways. One is like that, right? And the other way is like that. So you got to make sure that it's going to hit that port, which is right there. I'll turn on the light. That hole has to be up there on that port for this thing to work. So that's going to go right there like that. Same thing with the plate. Here's a new carburetor. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys. So the gaskets that came in the kit are not correct, but I keep a ton of them, so I got them all, and I'm just putting all new ones on here. It's very important that these holes line up so that the pulse from the engine is going to be able to take and make that carburetor work correctly. So here's another one. You can see like that hole right there is really important. So let's take and put all this stuff back. It's going to go right on there. Get our bolts lined up. See, my hands are doing something, right? One. There's two. I'm just putting them in the air filter housing. Now I'm just going to take and line these up. I'm probably going to have to do them one at a time. Not a big deal, but go through. Yeah, let's just do them one at a time. And there's the bolts through. See if you can see. Right over there. So that hole is going to line up over there with that slot. So this will go on here like this. Got that. Metal plate also needs to line up over that hole. That goes on there like that. And then we have the other one right here. Lighting's terrible, sorry you guys. And that hole. So we got all the bases covered on this one. And let's see. Line it up with the holes. I don't want to lose any progress that I have. Nice and gentle. Okay, fuel lines are connected, carburetor's on there. Take and open up the throttle and see how to put this back on there nice and easy. Take and open up the throttle like this in order to take and get the throttle cable on there. It's so hard to do this like when you're standing so far away. This is what it is, right? Just trying to pull that open. Okay, there's the fat side. There's the skinny side. Get the fat side in there. There we go. So now we're going to take and, as long as it goes full bore when we want it to, tighten this up. 10 millimeter. Okay. And then I want to finish tightening up those carburetor screws. We got two of these T27s. This one I use in a bit driver. Oh yeah. Okay. There's that part. Okay, now we got to do two things. You want to take and put some fuel in it. We want to make sure that that grommet's not going to leak, so we got to fill it up at least halfway, right? And then we see if it picks up a prime, and if we can get it to start. and it's pretty full. Gas out of here. There we go. This is terrible video today, guys. Sorry. Might have to redo some of this. Alright, so now we're looking at the primer. We're looking for fuel to come in here. Might take a few. Look at that. That's a beauty. Alright, put the choke on it. Get all this crap out of the way. It's nice to have all these gaskets just laying around whenever you need them. Get those away. Alright, let's see if we can get it to coffee. Choke's on. Ignition's on. Let's see what happens. I don't know about all this. Okay, so we're going to have to do some, start it on the choke, but we'll just hold an idle. We'll choke the hell out of it and flood it, see if we can't get it going. We may need to make an adjustment on that strip. Or we have bigger issues. So let's try to figure this out. Choke off. It won't hold an idle without me having my finger on the trigger. Just gonna let it warm up for a second, guys. And then these blades are really struggling to move. I have no idea how long it sat. Turn my idle up a hair. Got a big old pinch right down there. Okay, we got other things going on here for sure, but at least it runs now. The blades, you know what? The reason I showed it to you from before is like, there's like a lot of pitch or whatever you call that in between these blades. So when we take these off, sand them down, put them back together. I really don't want to go messing with anything too much. If that's all it is, that it's just clogged up with, you know, tree debris. And then this fuel line just has like a little bit of a bend. I took it out there. It's good. A little bit of a bend right down in there, but it's good now. What about a hot restart? I can hear a weak spring in the clutch. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of the extra work. So this, actually, you know what? Let's just take and post this video. I'm going to put the air cleaner back on it. I don't have the cover. That's on order. It goes right there like that. And at least it's a runner. But I'm going to do a little bit more work on it and try to make it a little bit more concise. Probably just do a separate video. It's just like if your blades are having a hard time moving, this is how you fix it. So that'll be it for this one, guys. Just a carburetor replace, fuel grommet, and she's a runner. No leaks. Beauty. We're halfway there. That's it. I'm done. I'm out.